my fellow classmates. My name is Maggie Gilson, and I'm going to show you a documentary about Daniel Libeskind. I hope you enjoy.
And I try to say that there is no story without an emotion, because I believe architecture is a storytelling profession. I've always thought that architecture and music are closely related. First of all, emotionally, architecture is as complex and as abstract as music, but it communicates to the soul, doesn't just communicate to the mind. And so it is in architecture. Architecture is based on balance, and that balance is actually in the inner ear. It's not in the eye. I share the thought that history is not something which is over. It's not just something that exists in the past. It's something urgent, and it's something which is often hidden by traditions. So my interest in history has always been to address history. And every site and every place has a history. Sometimes you cannot see it. Sometimes the voices are almost inaudible. Sometimes the actions are invisible, and yet the history continues to cry out for justice. That before I had any commissions, because I'm a late bloomer, I think for half of my life I didn't build a single building. Thought, how do you design such a high-density neighborhood that has an individuality? Because we are used to the fact that a house can have individuality and architect, but when it comes to high-density developments, this is one of the highest density developments in the world. How do you give each occupant a sense of being? How do you bring that nature of freedom and social space? You can see here that the spaces are vast, that they are designed to give a new sense of feeling, new sense of activity, and you can see that this is really for millions of people. Again, designed as an intersubjective work with many, many different architects, but as a master planner, of course, my responsibility is to create the idea of how nature and that space can be brought together. Actually with the public supported me. I said, this is not really about, it's about the feeling of the place. It has to be something fantastic, it has to be something sustainable also in terms of how it's built. I didn't exploit all the real estate. I said, build nothing in the center. Make this part of memory of New York. And I concentrate on public space. Architecture is an abstraction. It has nothing to do with emotion. It's form follows function. It's this cool thing. It's cut out to be a neutralized space. And I never liked it. It never appeals to me, this neutralized space. Because, by the way, the neutralized space is full of emotion, but the emotion that I don't like. Emotion is complex. Emotion is taking you to another space. What I've learned from all of this is when you live in a free society, when there is an openness, when we appreciate what freedom and liberty are, then we can really build a city for all.